Hello everyone, and welcome to our 12 days of Christmas craft along. Today is day 9. I can't believe we're so far through this already. All right, and so today we'll be using our little craft kit, our day 9, so make sure you pull that out. Now, if you haven't purchased the craft along package, don't worry, you can get the tutorial for all 12 days projects if you place a $50 order in my online store using this host code if you're already one of my customers, or if you use this link, that will be take you right to my store and you can place your order. When I see your order come through with that host code, that's what's key. I'll know that you want the 12 days of Christmas craft along tutorial. So let's get started on today's project. I'll kind of leave that there. Maybe I can leave that there during the presentation. Okay, so I'm still a little under the weather, so I'm kind of moving a little bit slow, so just bear with me here. And so in here we have a piece of Pool Party. We have our pieces of Real Red. We have a piece of, you don't have to have this one, but a piece of Pool Party. You have a piece of Designer Series paper that I happen to cut out already. This is from the same paper here. All right, we'll be using that. And then you should have a little Stampin' Dimensional circle in your kit. All right. Yeah, let's get started on our base here. And then I did cut a piece of Designer Series paper. The measurements are in your tutorial, but it is 3 3/8 by 3 3/4. All right, let's get started on this piece. So this is 5.5 by 8 1/8. I just want to make sure I have this measured correctly. So some of this I left for your cutting. So let's just measure that I have 8 1/8 here. So 8 1/8. So it looks like I had it at 8 1/4. So 8 1/8. Let's cut that down. All right, so now I'm going to need my trimmer. So along our short side, we're going to do 1/2 inch. Okay. So we're just going to score this at 1/2 inch on our short side. Make sure you're using the scoring blade. And I'm just flipping it over. It's just easier to cut, score 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. All right. And then we're going to fold this in half. So let me just get this. You can score it at 4 1/16 or just fold it right in half. All right. I probably should have shown you what today's project looks like. So here's today's project. We have a little belly band. And then on the inside, we have a place for our dimensionals. Oh, look, and there was my extra piece I was looking for. So that's where we're at right now. So we're just going to get our bone folder out and burnish this. Now you don't want to seal that down because that's forming our pocket for our dimensionals to go into. But don't worry, we'll do something so our dimensionals don't fall out. All right. And, whew. Okay, so now I have a 2.5 inch circle punched from our Pool Party cardstock. I have a DSP, which was cut with 2 3/8 inch circle. And then I have our little Stampin' Dimensionals logo, which I printed out and I punched out for you at 1 3/4. So those 3 things are just going to layer together. We are going to pop this up with dimensionals. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals out here. All right, so we got 3 little dimensionals. I'm hoping I was in the video the whole time. I can't see my screen when I'm doing a video. All right, so we'll go ahead and find our bells. We'll put that right in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and just put some adhesive on here. And I'll just go ahead and use our Seal Plus here. You can use liquid glue, glue dots, whatever you happen to have. All right, I'm just going to put that right in the middle. All right. Now, we have our little folder here. Now, I'm just going to grab 2 sheets of dimensionals here. Now, I'm just grabbing 2 I happen to have, so I'm just going to slide that in like that. Now, to keep it in place, I can use a glue dot or just a little bit of seal here. Liquid tape will work. I believe in my picture I had liquid tape, Terran tape. In the picture I used Terran tape so you could just see how it would look, where the adhesive would be. So I'm going to slide this one in. There we go. We're going to close it up. This is a great little stocking stuffer for someone that's a card maker or a scrapbooker. I mean, we can all use dimensionals. All right, so now we've got a strip of Real Red that is 1 by 10 inches. I think I left this at 11, so just trim it down 1 inch. So I'm just going off to the side here and trimming 1 inch off. All right, so you can see I just trimmed 1 inch off. I'm going to go ahead and take my Real Red cardstock here. I'm going to take my Designer Series paper. I'm going to adhere that on. Just like that. So I don't even need ribbon or anything else with this because I'm going to make a belly band. We're going to go ahead and adhere this onto the front of our little dimensional holder. All right. And just place it on there just like that. Okay, we're going to take our little belly band here and I'm just going to loosely wrap it around. All right. So now the deal with belly bands is always you want this to be able to be slid easily on and off, right? You don't want it to be real snug. You want it to be a little loose, you know, think of a belt. You don't always want it really tight, especially if you're like eating Thanksgiving dinner. All right. Okay, so we'll go ahead and just put our adhesive here. This is where a strong adhesive is really good. Okay, we're just going to put those together. Ideally, you want to have your little seam there be somewhere in the middle because we're going to put our little circle on. It'll cover that seam. That way, when they flip it over, they won't see a seam either. So now that we have this, we'll go ahead and just, you can either use dimensionals or you can just put it right on there. And I'm going to go ahead and put my dimensionals on there. So what I like to do is I like to use my dimensionals right across here, just like that. You don't want to put dimensionals on the top or bottom of your circle because you don't want it to get stuck to your front. You just want it right here on the belly band. All right. So there we go. That is today's day 9 project. A simple little dimensional gift that someone would love to get. I don't know about you, but I would love to have a ton of dimensionals. I use my dimensionals like they're bling, so I always am in need of dimensionals. All right, so take care. We'll see you tomorrow for our day 10 of our Christmas craft along. Bye.